Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, from one that shows rappers like DaBaby react to Eminem's most recent performance before the Terence Crawford bout that sparked some interesting reactions, seeing as nearly everyone's favorite rapper has got Eminem as one of their favorite rappers. And speaking on Eminem, we also got the New York Giants take on the question of Eminem versus Jay-Z, and the final results were quite surprising, to be honest, all things considered, and we'll get to more on this in a moment. Today we also have one that started a crap storm on the web after Drake reportedly released 100 gigs worth of material on the web that included behind the scenes footage of some classic moments in his career and also 3 new songs in the collection that's got hip-hop fans asking,
Why?
However, since this was reportedly released from Drake's burner account on Instagram, also known as Finster, another post was unearthed that shows what looks to be Drake mocking J. Cole by reposting a viral tweet from back in the day that sparked a new round of heated debates between J. Cole and Drake fans, and even White Gold is out here quoting Not Like Us about Drake throwing J. Cole under the bus. And on this note, we also have one that took social media by storm, as 21 Savage lyrics from one of the songs released in Drake's collection included bars that some believe are aimed at Kendrick Lamar, and we got some clarification a few hours ago on this matter, which we'll expand on in a bit. And at the latter part of the video, we'll be exploring a clip that blew up on Twitter that shows Vlad dropping some bombs about a trend that's increasingly popular, especially among rappers and ball players, that's left many in shock. And this was when they were discussing the Diddy case. More on this later. And before we get to it, we got an update on a story we covered in the last video about early projections for Kanye's latest album, and we got a latest update from Hits Daily that shows, yes, Taylor Swift is indeed on track to ruin Kanye's #1 album streak in the United States. Check it out. Vultures 2 by Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign is projected to debut at #2 on the Billboard 200 with 68,000 units sold, and some believe this report is responsible for this latest announcement from Kanye, as hours later, Vultures 2 Digital Deluxe was announced that sparked reactions like, bro saw the sales projections and immediately dropped a deluxe loudly crying emoji. But as it stands, thanks to a new digital version of Taylor Swift's album that dropped this week, she's projected to move around 125,000 units, and when you take into consideration the history between Kanye and Taylor Swift, it is hard to argue that this wasn't on purpose. So as it stands, Taylor Swift is set to ruin Kanye's record on Billboard, but some believe this shouldn't come as a surprise. Vultures 2 was never gonna sell well. It is a joint album, the second drop in the same year, and was a surprise with no promo, but the fact that it was unfinished and not Kanye's best work doesn't help either. And moving on to the next point, DaBaby recently shared this clip from Eminem's recent performance.
That's my motherfucking nigga right there. Eminem, one of my favorite rappers as a child. You know what I'm saying?
And it is crazy, as now that a certain narrative is falling apart when it comes to Eminem, we are now met with reactions like this. What is the point of this post? I mean, DaBaby just called M one of his favorite rappers. Isn't that the point? And to this, a user expanded to show other rappers love and support M. Twitter would like you to believe he isn't a part of hip-hop. Posts like this debunk that bullcrap.
As a black man,
Oh, that's got nothing to do with it.
that's not what I listen to. When it comes on, when Eminem comes on, I change the channel.
Oh my, so cool. That's a tough one. That's so tough. The black community is going to be going crazy. Not.
So as you see, now that the narrative is falling apart, they are now asking, what is the point of reporting the news? As if I recall, not too long ago, it was black people don't listen to Eminem, and now it is, why are you reporting the news? Because it goes against the narrative. And yes, Eminem spoke about DaBaby in the past when he was on Crook's Corner.
I mean, aside from them, like I pay attention to everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like all the new shit I try to stay up on, who's doing what, flow patterns, that kind of shit, because it's always interesting to me, like the baby. Like I never know where his rhymes are gonna land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit is so interesting to me because he does it so well.
And before we get to the Giants players choosing between Eminem and Jay-Z, out of the blue, Drake reportedly dropped 100 gigs worth of material that included 3 songs, and on one of the songs, fans were quick to spot what looks to be a Kendrick Lamar diss from 21 Savage. It goes, "No rap cap come out of my mouth, made a couple of songs, think he hot now, hit his bum up, he think he park now," and many users were convinced that this was aimed at Kendrick Lamar. Okay, fair game. 21 has ended the chat. Nice park flip, fire emoji. The only problem with this bar is Kendrick has been hot and is the standard. How y'all let a conscious dude go commercial? Dumb clowns. However, Drake's unofficial spokesperson stepped in quickly to halt the speculations shortly after. Check out a snippet from Academic's livestream.
21 is not dissing Kendrick, okay? He's not dissing Kendrick. Actually, let me read what it is. I think people are assuming because there's a line in there. There's a line in there where he says, "Niggas make a couple songs and he think he hot now" or something like that. Let me see. Drake is up lyrics. All right. I think it says, oh yeah, made a couple songs, think he hot now, hit his ass up, he think he Pac now. No. That is not at Kendrick Lamar at all. Matter of fact, I don't even read what my nigga Meezy said. Meezy was just like, Meezy was like, yo, that is definitely, by the way, this is 21 Mans, right? He said, yo, that is definitely ain't no shot at Kendrick. And he literally said, that shit would make no sense because Kendrick got more than one hit or whatever, or a couple songs. Like, he got a bunch of songs that are popping. So, it's not him, right? So, we could quiet that down. Kendrick didn't, 21 did not diss Kendrick.
And this only added to the Boogeyman moniker, as some have expanded. Bro called Act to clear the diss allegations ASAP, loudly crying, laughing and skull emoji. And more on this note, Savage ain't want the smoke, and clear that up quick. Drake really doesn't have any friends, loudly crying emoji. But more drama came from the IG account that dropped the 100 gigs post. As while this is Drake's alleged Finsta account, it was also pointed out that a while back this account was mocking J. Cole by posting this. Remember when J. Cole got his phone stolen out of his pocket by a fan, and they called Jay-Z from it, but he wasn't answering, so they called from their own phone and he picked up. And boy, this instigated another round of J. Cole versus Drake fans, as this was met with takes like J. Cole would son him in a rap battle, to which a user fired back with "Jay folded, no one takes him serious." And we even got White Gold quoting "Not Like Us" in response to this news. Did Cole foul? I don't know why you still pretending. Laughing emojis. But overall, it remains a mystery. The reason behind why Drake chose to release those files and songs. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts, as some are convinced that he is testing the waters, while others believe he's trying to steal attention away from Kanye West. And moving on, the New York Giants players were asked to pick between Jay-Z and Eminem.
Jay-Z or Eminem? Just like a New York versus Detroit game.
Come on now, Jay-Z, H to the N-O, B to the N. I'ma just go on here.
All right, this is tough because I like 8 Mile.
Jay-Z or Eminem? Jay-Z, come on, man. What type of question is that? Gotta say Jay-Z, we're in New York.
I gotta go with Eminem, baby. 313.
Nah, I'm going Eminem, man. Detroit, 8 Mile.
Nah, I gotta go Jay-Z.
Jay-Z or Eminem? I gotta go Jay-Z.
This is a hard one. Eminem.
Eminem, for sure.
Sorry, Detroit.
You gonna go Jay-Z here in New York?
I'm gonna go Jay-Z.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna rock with Jay-Z and I play in Detroit, so we gonna go with Eminem.
Eminem, the GOAT, because 313, 8 Mile.
Jay-Z paves the way for probably most people's favorite rapper. So I gotta go Jay-Z. Jay-Z one of the all-time GOATs.
And I personally found the results to be quite surprising, and even some Giant fans continued going off in the comment section. Nah, I've been a New York Giants fan for over 40 years. I have their logo tatted on my arm and I pick Eminem. Certainly was expecting a clean sweep from Jay-Z since it is New York after all. So that is certainly closer than expected in my opinion. And moving on to the next point, a snippet of Vlad's interview on Matt Hoffa's podcast recently blew up on Twitter when they spoke about the Diddy allegations and even the frivolous nature of Lil Rad's lawsuit against Diddy. And this segment left users in shock.
Who knows? Who knows? Some of it, I'm sure a lot of it is fabrication, but there might be some tidbits, and all you need is a few tidbits to really get indicted. And if you really think about it, right? R. Kelly did not go to prison for underage girls. He went to prison for sex trafficking. And if you fly a girl out for the purpose of sex, that technically is sex trafficking.
Run for it, guys! They're going for it! Yo, son.
All right, show's over. All right.
Yo, son. Damn, bro, you can't even rendezvous no more.
But you know, and that's the thing. Like, where's the line between sex trafficking and dating?
Okay, don't do it to me.
Now, everything Vlad was talking about earlier makes sense. The gray area, you can just go home, you can just leave, you can just turn around and leave it alone. All of that makes sense in this context.
Find yourself a girl and love that bitch.
Stick to Uber.
So R. Kelly's in prison right now because of sex trafficking.
Certainly some interesting information that's led to conclusions like 98% of rappers are guilty, LOL, and some believe we should expect a couple of more Diddy-esque cases to come. DJ Vlad just unleashed a bomb on y'all, laughing my freaking bum off. Now the escorts and vixens who see this, they're about to strategize. You think they all don't talk and know which guys are flying out the most women? They are gonna cash in by any means necessary. And once again, Drake was catching strays in reaction to the clip.
Tired of this shit, man. It's just too much. I don't want to be the bad guy. Come on, man. You think this shit is cool?
But that will be all for today, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.